takes the major. Sergeant attacks. Hit with a bomb. Hey, what's going on? Welcome to Ready, Set, Go VDF. I'm playing a little of the classic game of Battlefield Strategy, Stratego. Charlene and I, big fans of Stratego, love the game. And what does this have to do with real estate investing and Ready, Set, Go VDF? Oh, has tons to do with it. But first let me explain how the game of Stratego works in case you don't know. You see, over here, there are all these little guys and they have different values on them, right? Some of them are spies, some of them are miners, some of them are marshals, so on and so forth. And the other team, your other side, the red team, has values too. But you don't know what the other guy has. And so what you have to do is you have to advance your pieces up the board and essentially try to attack to go forward and capture the flag, right? And the only way you obviously, the whole object of the game is you have to go forward. You have to go forward, right? There's no way you can find out what's behind each of these pieces and who they are and what their value is until you actually make an attack. And if you don't make an attack, essentially there's no game to play. You just sit here and stare at your friend or whatever, and it gets really awkward and nobody has any fun. You have to go forward. So, what does this have to do with you? Well, today in Ready, Set, Go VDF, here's what I'm here to talk to you about. Here's your action step, with an action step for you for this week. You see, just like the game of Stratego, you don't know what's happening behind the scenes. You don't know what's happening on the other side unless you take action and make a move forward. It's the only way you're going to find out. You see, let me explain something about real estate investing. You know, it's kind of confusing to say I'm a real estate investor because honestly, investor sort of has a different note. You know, an investor really is somebody who just sort of puts money into things and watches them grow. I mean, at least that's traditionally, you grow up in school, college, that's how you think of an investor. And as a real estate investor, that's really not what you are, right? I mean, there's probably very few people out there that you're saying, I just have a bundle of money and I just want to put it into things and watch it grow. No. What you are is you are a creative real estate problem solver. That's who you are. You are a problem solver. That is your goal. That is your objective. That's what you're here to do, right? In real estate, I mean, in real estate, right? If there's a seller, right, you're the person who, when they can't sell fast enough, they can't find a buyer, you're the person that's here to find a solution for them. You are the problem solver, right? When it comes to buyers, somebody wants to buy, they can't find a property, they can't get the cash, they don't have the credit, they don't have the history, whatever the case may be, they can't find the financing. You're the person who solves the problem. You have an investor who has money, they want to put it somewhere, they want to have a hard asset behind it, but they don't know how to invest it. You're the one who's the problem solver. Now, the reason I say this is because you have to be in that mindset, and you have to get in that mindset in order to advance up the board in Stratego as well as your real estate investing. You see, your mission as a real estate investor is to find a way to make money, to do deals, and to create win-win or potentially win-win-win solutions when other people cannot. And I say win-win meaning between you and a property owner, or potentially win-win-win, you, a property owner, and a buyer, or you, a property owner, and an investor, or you, and any combination, okay? That is your objective. And honestly, that's the only reason you deserve to make big money as a real estate investor. Okay, if you think that, oh man, I want to be the guy making the $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 deals, but all I want to do is just, you know, walk into people who already have their problem solved and just push a switch, like, you know, and just collect big money. That's not the way it works. The reason real estate investors have the opportunity to make enormous profits and they make a ton of money when they do it right is because they're able to find solutions. They're able to find that win-win or win-win-win solution when everybody else just doesn't look at it. Okay, well, what about you? Well, first of all, I mentioned this because I want you to start changing your mindset. I want you to start realizing that you're not just some sort of an investor who, you know, has a sort of passive look at real estate, but instead you are a creative real estate problem solver. That's who you are. I don't care if you're looking to do 100 deals a month or one deal every 6 months to pay for a vacation in Honolulu. Whatever it is, you are a creative real estate problem solver. Okay? Now, what happens next? Well, back to Stratego, and the reason I brought this game out for you is that your job isn't just to sit back and have somebody hand you the solutions and you go, Oh yeah, okay, that's a solution. Your problem is to actually find solutions, and the only way you do that is by advancing up the board. Again, what does that mean? Well, here's your Ready, Set, Go VDF action step for this week. Inside VDF, there are well over, I haven't even checked lately, but there's well over 1,000 properties, investor-based deals inside of VDF. Now, you could be passive and just look at these deals and say, oh yeah, I see how to make money on that one. I'll take that one. Oh, I don't see any opportunity there, so okay, forget that one, and I'm just done. Or you could look at every deal and you say, what would make this work? And the only way you're going to figure that out is by asking. You see, Charlene and I are hunting for a house right now for our own family, and as we're going through houses, rather than saying, well, this house is perfect in every way, we're looking at houses and saying, well, what would make this work? Maybe if certain financing was available, or a certain price, or they were willing to make a certain improvement. Going to every situation and saying, what will make this work? And that's the way you need to start looking in deals. So that's what I want you to do. That's your Ready, Set, Go VDF action step for this week. Go into hot deals, and instead of saying, oh, can I do this deal? Can I do this deal? Ask yourself, what will make it work? And then take that next step. Contact the VDF member and say, hey, I know you posted it for this price, or I know you posted it as this kind of deal, but I looked at it, and I could make it work if we did it this way. Would you be able to do that? Maybe they say no. Maybe they say yes. Or maybe they say I can't, but here's something else that is in between. But the only way you're ever going to know, just like the only way you're ever going to know who's on the other side of this marshal or general and move forward in the bill, the only way you're ever going to know is to take action and ask. You got to do it. I'm telling you, nothing will change until you do that. So that's your Ready, Set, Go VDF action step for this week. Do it. Believe me, no harm, no foul. What's the worst thing they could say? Hey, no, sorry, Damien, thanks for offering that kind of solution, but that won't work for me right now. But maybe next time. Hey, at least you're building a connection, you're taking action, you're stepping up to the plate, you're swinging the bat. You need to change that mindset. Think about what would make the deal work instead of just expecting that every deal is going to be perfect from the get-go. What would make it work? And then, most importantly, is don't just play real estate in your house by yourself, kind of like I was playing this game by myself. Take action and contact the VDF member and say, hey, here's a way I could see the deal working on my end, or here's the way it could work for a buyer I have. Would you be able to work with something like that? And I'm going to tell you, more times than not, you're going to find other investors who are here inside VDF are going to say, you know what, there is a way we can do something. And you're going to be on to either making another great deal or maybe even your first deal. So thanks for watching. Ready, Set, Go VDF. Don't just watch the show and enjoy it. I'm glad you have fun, but do it. Because this is VDF's about taking action. It's a place where deals get made. We're here to change your business and your real estate investing lives. So glad to have you here. Damien checking out. See you next time.